Hello everyone and welcome to the Wolfside channel. Henrik actually talked about the VR support and that Mortal will support the VR. I mean, that sounds pretty awesome, and I tried the VR before and yeah, I got really sick from doing anything in there. And I really tried VR just for the good games, and it was a pleasant experience. But if I imagine I'm running around in Mortal Online with VR, yeah, that is very immersive, that is very awesome. But how is it with the slashing and if I'm hitting with my weapons and stuff like that? Because someone with mouse and keyboard can hit I don't know, slower than that and stuff like this. I don't know what the details about that is, but I don't know. He didn't specify that. But in general, I think it's a good idea because not many MMOs support that. But I guess the real question is not if they support that, but how they support that, and if that is a fluent experience and really blends in with all the other mechanics in there and stuff like that. I mean, would be fucking epic if I can have my sword and my shield in my hands and standing in my living room while fighting whatever Minotaur or whatever shit. Yeah, that is fucking epic. But I guess this will not happen in that way because I know Star Wars and I know how they implement sometimes some stuff. And I don't know, I mean, it would totally fuck up the balance if you would implement it like the other VR games where, for example, in the forest, you have your axe and you can with a slight motion of your hand, you can really fast chop down a tree in like a 1 second because you hit like 20 times in a second or whatever. And I mean, the forest VR feels very awesome, but if you would implement it like that in Mortal Online, it would be fucking catastrophic. And if you would implement that like with a keyboard and a mouse or whatever with your controller, that you need to still press the buttons to interact correctly with stuff like that, and the VR support is only your head movement or whatever, then why the fuck do we need that? And another cool feature Henrik was showing 1.5 years ago was the face expression system with the webcam. I mean, please implement that first, that we can use our webcams for our facial expression to get that into the game when I'm talking to someone face to face in game, that I can see the face movement and stuff like that. This is very awesome for social interaction, and I guess I don't know, I personally don't know an MMO who has that feature in there, so this is fucking unique. So please work on that. This is fucking more awesome than the VR support, and because I guess more people have webcams than VR headsets. And if you want to know more about the face recognition system, please look in the video description, there's a link to that. Anyway, I hope they will implement that in a very good way, but first let's hear Henrik's statement to the VR is confirmed thing. And some people in the stream said before they are working on VR, they should focus on all other things because not many people have VR headsets, not many people want this feature in Mortal Online, and many also wrote that they got really sick from playing VR, and yeah, I nearly puked in a bucket. And I get Henrik's reaction from that he's saying, yeah, just imagine a VR guild meeting and stuff like that. But I personally think that the facial recognition system with the webcam is a just better feature for I don't know, the broader mass of people. And it would not break the balance of the game if you implemented like, I don't know, VR the forest, or I don't know how. So let's hear Henrik's explanation for that.
VR hurts your brain, just an unpopular opinion. Hurts your brain or your eyes or your balance, or what do you mean? Obviously it does add a little strain over time, right? And it all depends on how sensitive you are also. I remember the first generation of VR that I got my hands on. I got quite dizzy and felt quite ill within 20 minutes or so. But the first generation was quite bad in comparison to the latest generation right now that has solved a lot of that, you know, screen door delay, latency issues that does add a lot to the motion sickness that you got from that the older generation. So I have one of the later generation, and I managed to run around and do quite hectical gameplay in those for like an hour before I feel that, oh wow, I'm exhausted, I need a little break from it. But as I said, you can play all type of tempo in Mortal Online. Just sitting down, having a guild meeting in your fortress, you know, will be very impressive, and obviously that have minimal strain on your vision and being affected that way. Obviously when I'm running around and fighting, that's a whole different ballpark, right?
But the VR support and the poker system, the gambling system in Mortal, and the face recognition system, holy shit, that would be a combination, holy shit. That would be very impressive and would be very immersive for the whole game. But again, it depends on the implementation, and I mean the headsets I tried, they had very low resolution and it looked like shit. I don't know. I'm playing Mortal in 4K on cinematic settings, and yeah, it looks, for some people say it looks like shit, but I think it looks very good. I don't know. But the VR versions of games are always, I don't know, the resolution is just so shitty. I don't know, I didn't try the newest generations of VR headsets. I don't know how they are. But I mean, the stuff from 2 years ago, or I don't know, it was 3 years ago, that was fucking shit. And I mean, if it's a blurry whatever stuff, and if it's not really sharp and good resolution, then the immersion also breaks. So I don't know, just for my opinion, it's like, I mean, the VR support will not come, of course, this year or next year or whatever shit. I guess Henrik was talking about the VR feature for the far future, so I guess it's 10 years plus or whatever shit. And hopefully the headsets will be so good that we have very sharp 4K for one eye or 8K for one eye or whatever. And that our graphics cards can actually handle that. But I guess that this is also a big problem, because the VR resolution is also so shitty, because you how was it, you need to render each eye separately and the graphic card lay together. I don't know how this works. And what I also hate about the VR headsets is the fucking cable and all the shit, because I was moving all the time in my room, and then there was always this shit fucking cable there. And the other variant where you need to load that was pretty heavy on the neck. I don't know, for 2 hours playing some shit, if you're not puking. This was pretty heavy. And you also need the space, and I mean, the real estate market is pretty shit. So I don't know, if you don't have a big room for that, or if you don't have space for that, then this is also not a feature for you. But let's see what the future brings. Also with the new AI technology and ChatGPT and whatever stuff, maybe the AI can create better headsets, and maybe also find a solution for our silicon problem, or maybe can research some stuff that the headsets are getting lighter and better, and maybe have more capacity, or I don't know. And maybe in the future we have AI supported game development. Oh, this will be very interesting, I guess. I mean, I really tried ChatGPT a lot for web development purposes and some more stuff, and it went pretty good. English language. No, let's hope that they research more in that direction, and that Star World then finally in the end can maybe even use the AI to fix some codes or to implement something new. And I don't know, maybe this can work out pretty good. Or we are all going to hell. I don't know. So anyway, please leave your opinion about the VR support, would be fucking awesome. And also please leave a like and subscribe, and ring the bell. So special thanks to all the supporters, of course, Carmel, Professor Lukario, The Spice Gentleman, Slum of Gaming, Rhonus, Paarthurnax, Cologne, Bulldog, Canopo, you, and all the others, of course. And never forget to make VR hard. Yeah. Or getting in VR hard. Party hard. See you all next time. Goodbye.